Sub ID. Hi everybody. Welcome to week 9 of our Lao learning sessions. In this video we're going to begin our vowels. So we know that vowels make the difference between just making consonant sounds and beginning to form words and then eventually reading sentences and phrases. So let's go ahead and get started. In English, we know that there are 6 vowels with 12 vowel sounds, 6 short sounds and 6 long sounds. We know those vowels to be A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Each of these vowels has 2 sounds, one long and one short. In Lao, there are 28 vowels with 28 vowel sounds, 14 short vowels and 14 long vowels. Each individual vowel has its own unique symbol and its own sound. When it comes to the positions of a vowel, in Lao, vowels can occupy any of 4 positions around a consonant. It can appear to the left of a consonant, it can appear above a consonant, it can appear to the right of the consonant, and it can also appear below the consonant. Here are the 4 positions: to the left, number 1, above, number 2, to the right, number 3, and below, number 4. Some vowels occupy only one position around a consonant. It may appear only to the left, or only above, or only to the right, or only below the consonant. Some vowels occupy 2 positions around a consonant. So you might have something to the left and above and to the right, to the left and to the right of a consonant. Some vowels occupy 3 positions around a consonant. So that vowel may have something to the left, something above, and something to the right of the consonant. When it comes to pronouncing vowels, Lao vowels will require the use of the following parts of your mouth: your tongue, the roof of your mouth, your throat, and your jaw. So you might want to loosen up your jaw, kind of open your mouth wide, move your tongue around to get ready to pronounce some of these vowels, okay? I mean, you don't have to go crazy, but we're going to be using different parts of our mouth that we don't normally use in English. We're going to be making sounds that we don't normally use in English. Like, for instance, make the following sound. Can you do that? How about almost sounds the same, right? Okay. So we're going to be making sounds that we don't normally make in English. All right? So maybe exercise your mouth a little bit so that you can make these sounds. We're going to be using our jaw in a little bit different way as well than we use it to pronounce English words. Okay, so we're going to move our jaw around, the bottom part of our jaw, so that we can form sounds using our jaw. Okay, it's going to feel a little bit weird, but the more you practice, the better you'll get. And in Lao, the vowels are referred to as sala. Okay, that's the word for vowel, sala. Okay, so we'll have sala and then the vowel name, and then the next vowel will be sala and then the vowel name. Okay? Okay, so here we go. In this series, all vowels will be displayed next to the letter X, which will represent any consonant. Okay, so When you see the X, it's going to represent the fact that any consonant can be placed in that position. Okay? And in this lesson, we're going to cover the first 6 vowels. So, let's go. Our first vowel is sala-a. Sala-a. Okay, so it's the ah sound but cut short, because this is a short vowel. So we're going to cover vowels short, the short sound, and then the next vowel is going to be the long sound. Okay, but they're going to be considered 2 different vowels. The short sound is its own vowel, and the long sound is another vowel. Okay, but the nice thing is, if you think about them in sets, you're only going to have 14 actual sets of vowels, a long sound and a short sound, or a short sound and a long sound of the same sound. Okay, but again, they're considered different vowels. Okay, so altogether you have 28, 14 sets. First we have sala-a. Sala-a. Okay, the sound is ah. Alright, now these 2 symbols, or I should say this symbol, will always appear to the right of the consonant. Again, the X represents any consonant can be in that position. And ah will always appear to the right, just like this. Okay? Sala-a. Alright? Now here's what it looks like without the arrow. Sala-a. Okay? It's the ah sound, but cut short. Alright? Sala-a. Next, we have sala-a. Sala-a. Okay, so the previous one was ah, short. This one is ah, the long. Okay, sala-a. Here's what it looks like without the arrow. Sala-a. Okay. The next vowel, number 3, sala-i. Sala-i. Okay, the sound is e. Okay, sounds like e, but cut short. E. Okay, and this vowel will always appear above the consonant, just like this. Okay, so X being the consonant, E is always going to appear above it, just like this. Here's what it looks like without the arrow. Okay, sala-i. E. Okay, next we have sala-i. Sala-i. Okay, so the previous one was E. This one is E, the long vowel. E. Here's what it looks like without the arrow. Again, this vowel will also always appear above the consonant in that position. Okay? This is sala-i. Okay, now you notice the difference between E and E is this little tail here. Okay? So this, when this marking has this tail, it always represents the long sound. So think of, we have, in English, we have the letter E, and then we have short E and we have long E. And long E normally has a line over it, right? So kind of use this as your cue. So you have the line, okay? Let's just go back up to E, okay? E does not have the line. Okay, so this is the short one. All right. This one has the line, the tail here. So this is E. It's the long sound. Okay, now you're going to see it again, something similar in the next two as well. So this is sala E. Next, number 5, we have sala U. Sala U. Okay, now this is a sound we don't normally make in English. U. Again, that's U. Okay, now practice this sound. U. 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 It's almost like you have to purse your lips and say U. It's almost like E-U-R without pronouncing the R very hard. U. U. Okay, but now it's short because the next one is going to have the stem or the tail. So now this is sala U. U. Sala U. Is short. No tail. Okay? This vowel will always appear above the consonant as well. Okay? Sala U. Here's what it looks like without the arrow. And now the long version of that, this is sala U. Okay? Sala U. Okay, so we have U and we have U. Okay? You're going to have to practice that one. Okay, you're almost kind of using a little bit of the back of your throat, a little bit, but mostly your tongue, a little bit of your jaw, and your lips. All right? U. Okay, very good. Sala U. This is the long U, the long U sound. Okay? Here's without the arrow. Again, it's always going to appear above the consonant. Okay, so those are the first 6 vowels. The first 6 vowels. Okay? So now we're going to practice those first 6 vowels. Do you remember the sounds? Okay, we had sala-a, sala-a, sala-i, sala-i, sala-u, sala-u. Okay? Those are the first 6. Alright? So it's really, if you think about it, it's really 3 sounds, short and long, which make up 6. Okay, 6 different vowels, but 3 individual sounds. Alright? One is short and one is long. And remember, when you're pronouncing the short version, you're going to, in a way of speaking, use the back of your tongue to kind of cut the air from coming out. So you got ah and ah. Okay? Ah and ah. E and e. U and u. Okay? Alright, here we go. What's that? That's the very first vowel. So what's our first vowel sound? Sala what? Right, sala a. Sala a. Okay, this is short sound. How about this? Right, sala a. Next, Salai. Salai. There you go. How about this one with the tail? Remember, the tail represents what? The long sound. Okay? So, salai. Salai. Okay, very good. How about this one? So there's no tail, no stem. So what is this one? It's that sound that we don't make with our English voices. Salai. That's right. Okay. Okay. And finally, this is our clue that it's long. So our last sound is, right, salai. Okay, very good, very good. Now, with those 6 vowels, you are ready to begin reading. Okay, so we're going to start making some sounds. We're going to add some consonants. All right, so let's see what these vowels look like with consonants. Okay, so we know this letter. So what is this sound? If you said ga, you are correct. This is ga. Okay, this is ga, and salaa is ga. Okay, next. How about this one? Ga, and what's the sound? Ah, salaa. So, what's this sound? Ga. Very good. Next. Ga, and remember this one? Salai. So, what would this sound be? If you said gi, you are correct. Gi. Okay, very good. Next. Okay, so here's that stem. So we have ga, and what's this sound? E, right? So what's the combined sound? Gi. Gi. Very good. Our 5th sound, ga, and do you remember that sound? Sala. Right? Okay, so what's this combined sound?
G.
See, even I need to practice.
G.
Right?
G.
All right? Okay, so again, I told you they're not easy. But with practice, you can get them. And then as you see them, your brain will begin making the sound automatically because this is going to be your key, the vowel on top of the consonant. Okay? And finally, here's our stem. So we know this is a long version, right? The long vowel. And so what's this sound combined? Ga and U is
G. G. G.
all right, very good. Okay, now let's add some other letters. So, what's this letter? Do you remember? So, what's this sound? Sa, right? Sa, okay. How about this? What's this sound? Okay, we have ba, right? Ba. All right. Next. What's this letter? Remember? And what is this vowel? So, this is mi. If you said mi, you are correct. How about this one? What letter is this? And what vowel is this? Is this long or short? Okay, again, this is your hint here. This is D. D. Okay, because this is da, remember? And this is sala E. So we have D. All right. How about this one? You remember what letter this is? If you said saw, you are incorrect. This is not saw. Well, what is it? Caw. Okay, so now we have caw, and what vowel is this again? Our favorite short vowel, the one that we don't normally make in English. Right? Okay, so k, k. Okay, k. Ka and u is k. Okay, good. Next. So what letter is this? Okay, if you said law, you are correct. Law, and then what vowel is this again? Is this short or long? Okay, if you said long, you're correct. Now which one is it? Sala. Right? Okay, so
le.
Okay, very good. What is this? Again, here's that same letter that we just saw a minute ago. Ka and sala. What is this one? Ah, right? So now what sound is this? Ka. Okay, ka. All right. So now let's do some real reading. Okay. Now, we know we just reviewed what this sound is. What sound is this? Sa. This is short. So this is sa. Sorry. Sa. Now we go to ba. Ba, because this is the ah. Sala ah. Ba. Okay. Now, you remember this letter. What letter is this? If you said nya, you're correct. Nya. Okay? Now, when it's at the beginning of a word, it's the ny sound. But if it's at the end of a syllable or a word, it can sometimes be pronounced as a y. Okay? Just like in English. If you have P-A-Y, you would pronounce that pay, right? Okay, so the Y sound, yeah, right? Okay, very good. Now, next we have, what sound is this again? What vowel is this again? Da and E. This is the long version. E, the long vowel. Okay. D. Okay. So now, what do we have? Sa. By. By. Okay. Ba and nya at the end becomes by. D. So what word is that? Sa, by, di. Look at that. You're reading. Sa, by, di. And what is that? Hello, or fine, well, or healthy. Sa, by, di. Okay? So when we say it at the beginning of this video, we're saying hello. Sa, by, di, everybody, right? Okay, if you're returning an answer to someone when they say sa, by, di to you, then you say what? Sa, by, di, which means fine, well, or healthy. Because they may be asking in a question, Ciao, sa, by, di bo, right? And when you say sa, by, di, you're saying fine. They're saying, how are you? You're saying, I'm fine, well, I'm healthy. Okay? So, sa, by, di by itself is hello. If they say ciao, which means what? Knowing that you just learned the pronouns in the last two lessons, ciao is you, sa, by, di is healthy, well, fine, bo is yes, no, correct, right? So they're saying, how are you? It's a question. And remember, if you put bo at the end of a word, sa, by, ciao, sa, by, di, bo, it means they're asking you a question. Are you healthy? Are you well? Are you fine? Okay? And then when you say sa, by, di, you're saying, I'm fine, I'm well, I'm healthy. Okay, remember that? All right, excellent. Now let's read a sentence. Okay, so you read a word. Now let's read a sentence. Okay. All right. Okay, so you know this sound. Caw. You know this sound. Aw. And remember again, when nya is at the end of a syllable or at the end of a word, it can be pronounced as a Y. So what word is this? Koi, 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 koi. There it is, koi. What does koi mean? Koi. It means I, right? We learned that in our pronouns. Koi means I. Okay, so we have koi. All right? Now we learned this vowel today. Is it short or is it long? Well, the stem reminds us that this is long. Okay? So what letter is this? Ma, right? And what vowel is this? E, sala E. Okay, so this is me. Me. All right? Now, again, what sound is this together? Ka, right? This is sala A. This is ka. So we have ka. All right? And this letter, what letter is this? It's not aw. What letter is it? Va. Okay. Now remember, va, when it's at the end of a syllable or sometimes at the end of a word, it can also be pronounced as a W. Your lips form the W sound. Okay? So now, what would this be? We have ka, ka, ka. Okay, let's try that again. Cow, cow, cow. Okay? Cow, Okay, va is at the end, so it's not kav, it's cow. Cow. Okay, you hear that W at the end? Your lips kind of form that W. Cow. All right? Okay. Here's our friend again. What vowel is this? Salai. This is da, right? Da with E is D. Okay, so now let's read that. Koi, right? Koi. What is that again? Me. Cow. D. Okay, let's look at that again. Koi, me, cow, D. What is that? Here's how it really looks. So right now, this mark here and this mark here, we're going to ignore those. These are tonal marks. We're going to learn tones later. Okay? That's probably going to be the most difficult part of learning Lao. Understanding where to put these, how to pronounce these tonal marks. Okay? And how to pronounce the tones of each of the words. Okay? So for now, we're going to ignore these, but what we're going to do is we are going to pay attention to the pronunciation of the words, okay? So instead of this just being koi, it's actually koi. And this tells us that we pronounce it that way. And instead of saying cow, it's cow, okay? So there's a little emphasis there. Now, you might not hear it initially, but eventually you will be able to distinguish koi from koi, right? I mean, basically one's fast and one's slow sounding, right? Or cow from cow, okay? Or cow, okay? So, koi, me, cow, D. Okay, this is long and this is long. And again, this is the exact same vowel sound. Me and D. Okay? Koi, me, cow, D. Koi, me, cow, D. This is how it's going to appear. This is it broken up into the separate words. But this is generally how it's really written. Koi, me, cow, D. Okay? Koi, me, cow, D. So what does that really mean? I have good news. You read that. I have good news. So let's see that. Koi or koi is I. Me is have. Cow is news. And D is good. So literally you're saying, I have news good. Okay? But in English we say good news. So, but in Lao, they put the noun first and the adjective last. Okay? So I have news that's good. I have news good. Okay? Koi mi kao di. Koi mi kao di. I have good news. Okay? One more. Okay, so we know this is koi. Koi. Okay, I. What is this? So do you remember this from a few minutes ago? Sa. Bai. Sa. Bai. You remember what that means? Koi sabai. I'm fine. Remember koi sabai or sabai sabai? right? Fine, fine, well, well, healthy, healthy. And you're really emphasizing that you're good, okay? Or you're fine, you're well. Actually, that's bad English. I'm good, but you're saying I'm fine, I'm well, I'm really healthy, okay? Koi sabai. Okay, so look, you're reading it. Koi sabai. All right, very good. And finally, our final example today with vowels. What is that? So we know this first one, this first sound, D. You remember what this letter is? With this little symbol underneath? And then I. Okay, what does this say? Here's a hint. D-lie. D-lie. Very good. Very good. So D means good and lie means a lot. A lot of good. So very good. So we would say in English, very good. We wouldn't say a lot of good unless you're saying that does a lot of good. But if you're telling someone they did a good job, of course we're going to say D-lie, very good. Okay, so very good, you guys. That's going to conclude our lesson 9 for this week. So practice those first 6 vowel sounds, the first 6 vowels, okay? And practice those number 5 and number 6. The 2 sounds that we don't normally make in English. That would be sala u and sala
U.
okay? All right, practice those. And then feel free to download the practice sheets. You have one that identifies all of the 6 vowel sounds and gives you a short practice skill to identify the sounds. Write them out phonetically for yourself so that you can remember how to pronounce them your way, okay? But again, the right way, okay? So practice them so that you're pronouncing them the right way. And then there's a search sheet for searching for those vowels within some information from one of our tracks. So the family track. So go and search those vowels so you can practice sight reading. Okay, so that's a nice sight reading exercise to find those first 6 vowels within the information from the family tract. Okay, very good. And we look forward to seeing you in the next video. We're going to cover vowels 7 through 13. No, sorry, 7 through 12. See, math is not my thing. So 7 through 12. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. The next 6, okay? So good thing this is not a math lesson because I'd have you all wrong. So, okay, look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.